Today our special guests are Ricky Raven and Rodney Rat, talking about their new short film, The Raven and the Rat. Welcome, boys. I've heard this is going to be somewhat of a controversial piece. Well, yes and no. It will be controversial to those we call the covered ones, or known to themselves as man, humankind, because it challenges what some people believe. But to those of us in the animal kingdom, well, it's just the plain and simple history of all living things. Understand, we know man is not one of us, although some tell themselves they are animals, and then there are those that act like animals, but in reality, it's sad so many don't fully realize that mankind is so completely different and have both positive and negative aspects about themselves that no one in the animal kingdom comes close to possessing. Mankind plays many tricks on himself, and we ravens watched in horror as he continually tried to dominate and destroy each other over and over again. We ravens got a bad rap because of man's destruction and killing of each other is what fed us so well throughout certain times in the past. But it was not our doing, it was his. We just did what we do. Even my partner here, the rat, got really bad rap for spreading so many diseases by the fleas he carried, but the true cause was man's own lack of simple cleanliness, even to the point of trying to wipe ravens out. All we were doing was trying to help clean up his own mess.
Yeah, the humankind really needs to stop and reflect on their own history. In fact, if I was to point out one of mankind's faults, it would be the denial of his own history. Yeah, that's it. They're history deniers. People are history deniers. Hey, I like that. Now we're told science rules all. Rules what? The classroom, maybe. No wonder you people are so whack. We rats see firsthand most of your science stories are fiction when tested against the real world.
Okay, Rodney, but he brings up a great point here, and we ravens have a good guess as to why that might be. See, people love to tell stories, and if they all accepted it as true, where would their storytelling be? In the movie industry, you hear over and over again the importance of the story this, the story that, to the point that if the truth gets in the way of the story, well, to heck with the truth, change it. Mankind seems to do this in just about every aspect of life.
Yeah, like Easter Bunny and that silly guy in the red suit that started from a sugar drink commercial. Santa Claus. Let's get real.
Okay, when you say history, what history are you talking about? Well, that's what our film touches on, and I don't want to give it away, but there is history many of the animal kind keep and have kept since the beginning of time. The ravens especially, because the ravens were given great responsibility. We ravens have kept our history intact since the beginning. Some people are going to have a hard time accepting that.
Yeah, and take into account much of the so-called educated in the man world that lives in the cities and has absolutely no concept whatsoever of what's out in the wild. We hear and see what these, well, what we call white coats and what you call scientists and people in the academia are saying about what goes on what's left in the wilderness. And it's a joke. It's a joke, I tell you, an absolute joke. They're guessing, and they're just making stuff up and making much out of nothing. Are people that bored? Are people really that shallow? Here they are, acting like animals. Yeah, they're acting like sheep. It's ridiculous.
Rodney, can you give us an example?
An example? I can give you many, but you won't give me the time.
Okay, how about one or two?
Okay, Ricky and I were just laughing the other day about a so-called intelligence of some of the crows on some island. The ravens are baffled at the academic stink over the fact that these crows bend a stick and get a bug out of a hole they put the stick in, and they call it a tool. Even I have to wonder what the big deal is all about. I mean, seriously, here you got beavers that take forests and change entire courses of rivers and streams, and you make a big deal about a stick and a bug? Isn't a spider's web a tool? Honestly, we wonder what gets into you people sometimes. It's like your view of the world is so shallow and you're so ignorant about the wild world around you that you can't even see what's right in front of you.
I'll have to look into that one.
Yeah, do that. And while you're at it, try looking in the intelligence of a rat. Our teeth and tails are all the tools we need.
Ricky, aren't you supposed to balance him out? You got yourself into that one. But you got to admit, he does bring up some valid points. Seems, like usual, we got a little off subject. Anything else you'd like to tell us about the film, The Raven and the Rat? You know, the usual. Go and see it with an open mind. In it we present the history that is actually very similar to what all the ancient peoples of the world recorded and told each other, but somehow the history has become lost to man's so-called modern stories he wants to tell and sell. I have to agree with Rodney. Seems mankind has become history deniers, and the young people of today are being denied the opportunity to even hear it. But it's more than that. I think we can throw in the power aspect, and then there's the money bit. Denial, power, and money. Nothing new there. We're just telling it in a way you haven't heard before, from a Raven's point of view. And in time, there will be a follow-up to what is presented. Well, we'll look forward to it, and we hope to catch up with you after the release. Good luck to both of you. And thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks. Bye. Get off me, rat.